The new channel. The new channel. Hashtag TNC Now.
The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following shows are those of the host, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to the new channel. Our passion transforms a community that sees and shares all things new. This is Frances Bauer streaming from San Mateo, California, and this is Design Your Life.
Do you like to watch and live vicariously through others' family lives, travels, relationships, passions? This show is here to encourage you to go beyond just dreaming. We'll show you some things that'll stretch your beliefs, and you'll meet some people whose real-world experiences and perspectives just might help you figure out how to go after the life you want, and maybe even break some mental barriers you didn't realize you had. This is Design Your Life with Frances Bauer.
Our guest for today has been in the financial service industry for over 20 years and has built agencies globally. They are a formal financial analyst for JP Morgan Chase Corporate in the United States and has been featured in Success Magazine, Entrepreneur Digital Magazine, and Forbes. Having found success in a male-dominated industry, I'm proud to share that she is a woman. Please help me welcome my friend, Mrs. Bernadette Gomez.
Hi, Frances.
Hi, Bernadette.
Hi. Thanks
Hi.
for having me on the show.
Oh, thank you for, making the time out of your day. I truly appreciate, any time that I'm able to get with you.
Anytime.
Thank you. Oh, gosh. So tell me, how does a girl from Lipa get to where you're at right now? Well, that's such a broad, very loaded question. But tell us a little about your beginning. So what I recall from our conversations before, you're from Lipa. You are a De La Salle grad, am I correct?
Yeah, I'm actually from Lipa City, Batangas. That's where my
Mm-hmm.
roots, are from. I
Mm-hmm.
graduated in high school in La Salle, Lipa. Yeah, and then I went to Manila after that.
Okay. And then somehow I remember you telling me you were actually somehow working on the stock.
Oh
You
yeah,
were in the
so I actually I after LaSalle Manila, I went to LaSalle Das Marinas as well, Cavite.
Hmm.
I took Bachelor of Science in Biology, but I really wanted
Oh,
I always wanted to become a lawyer, and but I ended up in finance. That's also my family background is in finance. We're in banking and medical
mm.
field, so both, but I started working. My first job was in the stock market in Makati. So I work in the stock market trading floor where, it's a male dominated field. And yeah, I started working on that.
And that kind of just led you, and you kind of just moved forward in your career, found your way to United States some way somehow.
Yeah,
Um,
so I came to US, and I actually my first job over here was in real estate.
hmm,
I'm not a realtor, but I work in a real estate company out in
mhm.
Carson, California. That's how I
Oh,
started. I was given a break. Actually, it was an assistant, right? It's a family friend of ours. And then
hmm.
after that, I actually, did it on my own already.
And then moving forward, you went to JP Morgan. Um, My
So
gosh.
now, yeah, so actually I got married, and then after that, you know, we kind of like, separated ways, and I went to Seattle, Washington, and after that, that's where everything started.
Wow. Wow. Like, I guess the new life is probably what having to start, turn over a leaf and have a new life probably, I imagine, is that what might have jump started you as, in your career?
No, it's
What do you
actually,
think?
I don't know, but anyone in Seattle. I was just watching Sleepless Night in Seattle. The night that I made a decision that I want to leave, California. But
Mm-hmm.
it did take me a while, like, because I was just in Seattle for, I believe, like 2 years. I can't remember. It's kind of, it's
Mm-hmm.
been way back.
Sure.
And then I went back to Orange County, and from Orange County to
Mm.
Las Vegas now, Nevada.
Where you live now.
Hmm.
And I assume that's where you met your wife, right?
Yes, my partner.
You're
Yeah, yeah.
gorgeous.
I got locked in. Yeah. Mm.
Oh, and for those of you who I mean, it's just shameless plug for Bernadette's wife. Can you tell us a little bit about what she's got going on right now, in case anyone who wants to look her up, and why I'm just
Yeah.
Google eye.
Yeah, so she goes by Genevieve. Her music is available in all platforms: Spotify, iTunes, YouTube. Her music producer is the same as Chris Brown, and now we're about to release the final song, not the most recent one, which is the final song. It's called. I don't know if I can say that right out, but
Well,
the
if it's
one
not,
that did that.
let's
Yes,
okay.
the one that did an arrangement won 16, actually now. I believe it's 30 Grammys or 16 Grammy Awards is the one that did
Oh
the
my
music. So
gosh.
that's the final song that we are releasing,
Hmm.
and that will come out January 2024.
That's so cool. That's
Yeah,
really, really cool
Genevieve
to
Music
hear.
Worldwide. You can follow her. I'm her manager too. So, yeah.
You must be so proud.
Yeah. That's her passion. That's her passion. So it's about time for her to really follow her dreams. And I
Oh,
support it
so
100%.
cool. So what's that like? So you're managing your wife is an artist. You're not managing your
Yes.
wife because she is quite the strong, uh, very capable individual on her own.
I know. We're both independent. So I'm her main manager, but we
Mhm.
are trying to get someone to manage her as well, as I am very focused and busy with the insurance,
Your
business.
insurance business, yeah.
Hmm.
So
Yes,
you're doing that. You're managing her as a talent. My
correct.
gosh, you've got a lot going on, don't you?
Yeah.
And you're
At least we
traveling.
still see each other like maybe 3 times in a month or so.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, how do you keep that spark alive?
Well, I always tell this to her, and temporary sacrifice for permanent gain. In life, you have
Mhm.
to, if you want something as bad as you want to breathe every day, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Mm. You just doing what you got to do. Yeah,
Of
as long as it's
course.
temporary, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And,
Yes.
and I'm sure it's temporary. And so I just want to ask. So for our viewers out there who are like, wow, she's from the city. She had all the support system because she went to De La Salle, so she must have had a good support system in the financial and maybe as far as network is concerned. Oh, she came to the United States. There's no way I could do anything like, who
So
am
let
I
me
to be
tell you
able to do
this,
what this
right?
woman did? Why are you bringing her to me? Can you share with me what you say to that
So,
person?
okay, so basically, a lot of people might say, "Oh, wow, maybe she has a financial support and stuff like that," right?
Hmm.
So I cannot say that I wasn't born not having, like financial. My family background. So my mom's side, they own a bank and a hospital in the Philippines, right?
Mhm.
And that's not me. That's my parents. That's my family.
Okay.
So until to the point that, and my dad's side is in politics.
Mhm.
So it came to, yes, I'm a spoiled brat. I grew up like getting whatever I want,
Mm.
like have friends, but that like kind of spoiled too, right? And I wish, I'm very blessed and very thankful that I don't have to struggle financially growing up.
Mhm.
But I kind of wish that, because I'm the youngest, and I kind of wish if I can bring back the time that,
Mhm.
if I'll have a kid, I'm not gonna give them everything. I want them to learn how to value, the money, the life that they have. And that's probably, just me thinking back, but I'm always grateful and thankful of how they brought us up, uh, I never let money get into my head or whatever, because we were brought up to be like humble and, to be like that. But being a brat sometimes, you learn through the years.
Mhm.
But I'm a go getter. Since I was a little, I remember my parents are always in the States. I'm always like left with my nanny, right? We have a nanny, ayaya,
Mm.
right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And that's why probably growing up is I'm more closer to, I'm not saying I'm not close to my parents, but to like
Mhm.
others, more mostly to my friends,
Mhm.
because they're always gone, as the
Mhm.
parents they're always traveling or they're doing business. So growing up, like it's not like, I don't know, because sometimes like you will say like abandonment, it's not like that.
Okay.
But I remember when they have like, what do you call that in it's pasalubong, mga pasalubong, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm an entrepreneur already when I was young, because my parents says give it to your classmates, right? And I
Give,
don't give it to
give.
my
She said
classmates.
give.
I try to sell it to the like not so close friends. So I'll always have like, money. And so yeah, growing up is I'm always thinking about business and business, but I never thought
Mm.
like how I wish I handled, some of our businesses. But to cut the story short, when you didn't work so hard for the money, you
Mhm.
don't know how to value it, right?
Mhm.
So if I'm a parent right now, I'll make sure that my kids will learn to value what they have, because it's actually the one that's really like really work and everything was my mother's side, right? And
Mhm.
so basically when we lost it like little by little, like losing everything, it's just like, wow, how can we be in this position, losing everything, when all the business, you name it, we have it, you know so we're really from Lipa, and the old people in Lipa would know.
So wait, you lost
Yeah,
everything.
little
How
Billy. So
many
when
years?
my
What happened?
grandparents pass away,
Uh-huh.
and of course, my mom is the only child. She never
Mhm.
worked in a day of her life, right? And then
Mhm.
my dad is in politics, so invested wrongly, and yeah, so little by little, yeah, we kind of start losing like properties here and there, and
Mhm.
yeah, there's still some left, of course, but
Mhm.
how I wish, the mindset that I have now, or the knowledge that I have now, and with my family all together. But I still have family in the Philippines. They two of my brothers, my main brother, they run like call centers over there
Oh,
in the
okay.
Philippines. Yeah. So, and then one of my sister is a doctor too. So basically,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So what do you have to say to our audience who feels like they can't accomplish anything because they didn't have that same, I don't know, support
Back
system? They
support.
didn't that
Uh,
pedestal. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth like these people in the United States. What do you say to those people?
so what I can say to them is, I'm sorry, I respect each and every one of like most especially the viewers, right?
Mhm.
But I don't. have when I went to America, I really did find my way out. Over
Mm-hmm.
here, I struggled a lot. And met a wrong. Sometimes you trust. You thought it's the right people around you, or right person, or right friend. I made
Mm-hmm.
so much mistakes in my life as well. I'm not gonna deny that. I'm very authentic and I'll tell everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Met wrong people, invested in wrong, right? And that's how
Mm-hmm.
you learn. Um, I'm very judgmental before, which I'm very grateful that I'm associated with people who are not judgmental anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And, now I learned. So if you really want something bad enough, like this
Mm-hmm.
is what I always say, right? As much as you want to breathe every day, money is just paper. Money is just paper. The most important thing is you have a strong mindset that, okay, you want to have this, do whatever it takes, like what I said, temporary sacrifice for permanent gain, right? You have to
Mm-hmm.
give up something to get another thing, right? And along the ways, when you're trying to really focus on it, because I didn't have that financial support when I'm here in America already. That's the time that,
Mm.
yeah. So I remember I even worked, maybe where is that? I can
And it's
UPS.
expensive here.
At UPS. Yeah, it is
Oh,
expensive.
UPS.
So I work at UPS at night shift, right? Night shift in UPS. I worked at Payless, but I was a manager. Like,
Sure.
I work at Macy's, you
Mm-hmm.
know, as
Oh,
a sales to a buyer. I
mm-hmm.
always want to achieve like higher. Always want to do good or better than yesterday. So I don't have any excuses in my body. I don't have. Was there a point that I really want to give up? Of course, multiple times, but I still don't give up. I still fight,
Mm-hmm.
So for all of you, if you don't have money, right, all you have to do is think, look back, and I just talked with a friend, right? Look back with your life. What
Mm-hmm.
changes? Are you just gonna think you want to be successful? Are you just gonna think you want to achieve this? Up to when are you gonna think, start putting action, start doing something, about it? And make sure you focus on it until you get it. Break it down to, like, let's say you want to buy a house. How are you going to buy a house? These are the things that I'm going to do. These are the things on how I can achieve it, right? And like what I said, you're going to fall so many times because all the successful people that you see, you are only seeing the tip of the iceberg. You didn't see the struggles, the things, like that, how many times they got hit. Like, how I made it and then I lose it. I made it, I lose it. I made it, I lose it. And then people are just like hitting you all across, like judging you, like, but they don't know exactly the whole story. Like, how can you survive that? So just, you have to be strong. There was a
Mm-hmm.
point in my life that when we lost everything, like left and right, we're losing. It's just me and G, like both
Mm-hmm.
of us. And I'm glad, she stayed no matter what happened, no matter like all the wrong decisions that I made. And I believe this time, I know it's hard to trust people after all of those, but
Mm-hmm.
I learned from one of my mentors that, you have to start trusting people, but it's just scary, sometimes. But you have to do what you have to do. Don't give up. With or without money, whatever you want, just focus on it and get it. Keep looking. If you want to buy a house, take a picture of that house and keep looking at it. If you want to buy a car, test drive the car that you like, because you will attract it. One day you'll have it. But when you have it, make sure you value it. I'm all about like making money before, but now it kind of like changes in last couple of months. It's
What's
not just
changed?
about that, because Like I have two billionaire friends and a couple of multimillionaires, right? And I asked them, like, now that you have everything, now what
Mm-hmm.
changes? When you don't have it, you really want to have it. Once
Sure.
you have it, then what? So what changes in me is like I got like just recently like huge hit all parts of our like life right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, shoots, I because when you're chasing for money,
Mm.
money loves to be chased. So it's getting harder. You're chasing. You don't chase money, it just comes. Always remember that. No, that's true. That's the honest truth. Money loves to be chased. And the more you chase it, the more it's harder. But don't think about it and forget about it because while you are chasing to
Mm-hmm.
make money, you
Mm-hmm.
tend to forget the most important thing around you and most important people around you. You see what I'm saying?
I do.
So some of the people they always say that the hardest they're like, I want to give up, I want to die because they don't have money.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that I want the viewers to know is every second that you want to give up, millions of other people are trying to live by the second. They want one more second, to live. And that's what keeps me going and fighting like why? And I always leave for others. What will other people say? There will be viewers that will agree with me. There will be viewers that will probably hate my answer. There will be viewers, but like, guess what? One thing that I've learned is not to live for others anymore. I'm starting to live for myself. Start living for yourself because growing up, you live for your parents, like your
Mm.
siblings, your friends, your spouses. Like, what are the other people? When are you gonna start living for yourself? Like, I'm 51 now, and I'm gonna start. Like I said, I'm gonna start living for myself. It's hard for me because I always want, I'm always concerned about what other people are saying. So that's basically it. I'll just do whatever it takes to get to where I want to go. That's just my personality. But not everyone has like that
Right.
personality. It's hard for others. But when you start thinking of living for yourself, things will change.
And just ignoring that. Because I feel like a lot of people, especially if you come from a small town and everyone's in your business and everyone knows everyone, and, people worry about what will the neighbors say, right?
Yeah, and that's the truth. Because
Yeah.
growing up in Lipa is when I go out, everyone knows you.
Oh, yeah.
Same thing over here, like Vegas. Vegas is
Mhm.
not that big. People would
Yeah.
know, and then when someone hates you, then they'll start creating story, and it's all spread out. But guess what? I mean, real people will believe. Real
Mhm.
people will not believe. Fake
Mhm.
people will believe it immediately. At the end of the day, who pays your bills? That's what you have to think. It's you, no one else. At the end of the day, your loved one that will be the one to be by your side. And like what I said, sometimes you look too far, you just don't know that the person that you need in your life is just in front of you.
Mhm. So you were telling you were telling us about, okay, so y- with the people that who have made it financially, kind of in the direction that you were heading. Once they hit their goals, what's next? What's your answer to that? What's next for you once you hit your goals, and financially anyway, right? Millionaire, billionaire status, what have you? What is on the other side of that fence? What do you
So
think is there?
basically for me is I need to restructure my life right now.
Hmm.
I reached the peak that okay, I want to hit this, I hit it. Whatever I
Hmm.
want, I hit it, right? But right now I need to Like what I told you, which I cannot, divulge in this, but we got
Okay.
hit like really badly.
Okay.
I need to fix that. I need to once I fix everything and everything is back to normal, not only financially but personally. Once
Mm-hmm.
everything is fixed, my next goal is I really you love this, right? So
Okay.
the next goal, G, is actually of course, secure G's like career, help her with her career as well.
Mm-hmm.
And with me is I really want to reach out to more people. Like once I stabilize everything,
Mm-hmm.
number one, I want to have a charity. I really
Oh.
want to have a charity.
Mm-hmm.
G and I, we actually like to help, the less fortunate, right? Even
Mm-hmm.
when we are less fortunate at that time, like when we lost everything, we still find a way to help. I'm about
Mm-hmm.
that. Uh, Also, I want to have now that with insurance business we're expanding globally, that's my main focus, is to build and to give more people an opportunity to have their own business.
Mm.
Someone that has, like, let's say for example, I remember the time that we lost everything, like literally lost everything, and then we got hit again, maybe like this is like third time, right?
Oh gosh.
And when we lost everything like that, like literally, so people cannot say that, oh, they have money and like this. And no, I've
Mhm.
experienced going to payday loans, pawn shop to pawn shop, like having debts, having I've experienced all of that, right? And for someone that experienced that, I want to share how I survived. I just didn't give up. And I think that having faith, because there was one point my faith was so low. It was really low because I was so busy trying to make it. I was so busy on business. So there are things that, like, and sometimes God will top you and say, hey, I exist. You only come to me when something is wrong. And I keep on thinking, Francis, this is my eighth life, right? And I was like, God must love me because I always survive. And
He
then
still
now
got
again.
plans for
So
you,
what am I
hon.
missing? Huh?
He
I
still
mean,
got
like,
plans for you.
I know, right? And so what's next to me is really I want to be stable and probably, like really financially solid, stable, finish all my obligations, fix everything that went wrong, and help others that needed help. Like, yeah, I mean, I want to inspire more people. Um, I'll tell them these are the wrong things that I've done, and this is how I corrected it, and then this is how where I'm at right now. But I don't like talking about, like, oh, I have millions, I have, like, when I reach to that level again, I really don't like talking about money, because like what I told you, I want to talk more on how I survive all the trials. When I'm successful, I'll tell them this is how I hit this point without mentioning how much I have. I
Di ka pa
just
successful ng lagay na yan, Bernadette, ha?
I just don't know. I told you we just got hit again, and now, like, and I'm not gonna
Yeah.
deny that. Like literally I'm not denying it. Like we
Mhm.
got like really hit. And I know this is live. I know, like, people will like watch and say, like, hey, this is me. I don't try to impress others. They look at social media. Probably I'll be the most real guest, like, over here. They look at social media and they judge you. They
Mm.
judge your lifestyle. They judge, like, do you really know, like, how? That's why, no offense, right? Facebook is good, but I call it a different name, and I'm not gonna
Facebook.
say it over here. Yeah, but I only have like three real friends, which I have added to, so I have five, but three closest one
Mhm.
right
Mhm.
now, and I guess that's more than enough.
Yeah, that's all
Yeah,
you need, really.
yeah.
Um, so I remember, so my understanding too is you are actually You do consult with business owners locally and in the
Global, yeah.
United States and globally as well. How do people get a hold of you if they want to, you know, that all the expertise you've amassed over your 20 plus years of doing so many different things, and particularly helping business owners with, their tax strategy and all that fun stuff. How do they get a hold of you?
Okay, so yeah, you can actually email me, or I can give you my email as well.
Okay, we'll be posting
Okay.
that in the comments, folks.
Yes, yeah. And how to get hold of me, like you can. I actually did international business, and that's how I get clientele in and outside of the country.
Okay.
I do a lot of tax sheltering. I work with tax attorneys, CPAs, third party administrator over here. So if you're a business owner and you're getting hit with a lot of taxes, you want to shelter it, you want to shelter from taxation or minimize your overhead expenses, those are my expertise, and I'll be able to help you and direct you with that, and how to protect your hard earned money, right? I have a concept that we do use for that as well. And the company that I represent right now, we do have a power of choice. So we have the best of the best of the companies, and we best of the best in products and pricing wise.
Beautiful. Awesome. Well, Bernadette, thank you again for joining us. And gosh, I'm really excited to see what's in store for you, for your future, and business, and also for Genevieve. I'll be watching.
Sure. Thank you, and more power to you guys. And I'm glad that you have this kind of show to
Thank
inspire
you.
others, and this is a very good show. Thank you, Francis, and
Awesome. Thank you.
yes, thank you so much.
All right. Bye, guys. Thank you for watching today's episode. This is Francis Bauer. See you on the next episode of Design Your Life.
Ang ubo, mabilis lumala. Kaya dapat agapan. Dapat New Solmux Advanced Syrup. May 2 times zinc para ang ubo, imbis na lumala, tulungang mabilis mawala. New Solmux Advanced Syrup.
Unilab yan.
Ang 40D, tumutulong patibayin ng vital organs, iwas sakit sa puso at iba pang sakit.